My name is Aisha. I am 27 years old, and I am a widow. 3 years ago, my husband died suddenly in an accident, and since that moment, my world has never been the same. I have 2 little children who depend on me completely. My son is 6, and my daughter is 4. They are not just my children. They are my reason to breathe, the only light in my otherwise dark life. Every single day, I wake up with only one thought in my heart. I must protect them. I must feed them. I must keep them alive even if the world crushes me. But living as a woman alone, with no husband and no stable income, is one of the hardest tests that life can give. We live in a single small room on the poor side of the city. The roof leaks whenever it rains. The floor is cracked, and the walls are rough and stained. But I try to keep it as clean as possible, because that is one of the only gifts I can give my children: cleanliness, love, and prayers. To survive, I work as a maid in different houses. Every morning I go out with tired eyes and heavy feet, but with courage in my heart. I scrub floors, wash dishes, do laundry, and cook food for families who will never understand my pain. But the bitter truth is, most people do not see me as a worker. They don't see the strength of a mother fighting for her children. They see only a poor widow, a weak woman, and in their eyes, I am not just a maid. I am a body to be used. One morning, I was sent to clean in the house of a wealthy businessman. His mansion was bigger than anything I had ever seen. Marble floors that shone like glass, giant windows, and sparkling chandeliers. As I stepped inside, I felt small, like a shadow. The man's eyes scanned me, not with respect, but with hunger. He did not look at my rough hands, the hands that came to work. He looked at my face, my body, and his smile told me more than words ever could. "Are you the new maid?" he asked, his voice heavy. "Yes, sir," I replied softly, trying to stay calm. He smiled strangely and said, "You are young and beautiful." I forced a weak smile and answered, "I am here to work, sir." "Please tell me what I should do." His smile grew wider. "You don't need to work too hard. Just stay near me, talk to me, give me company. I will pay you double." At that moment, my heart sank. I needed money. My children needed food, but I could not sell my dignity, not even for them. I looked down and said firmly, "I am sorry, sir. I came to work, not for anything else." His face turned hard. His smile disappeared, and his voice grew sharp. "You poor people act like queens. Without people like me, you cannot survive." I lowered my head, my eyes burning with tears, and worked silently the whole day. But when I left, he refused to pay me. That night, my children slept hungry. I lied to them, whispering, "Mama is not hungry. That is why I didn't eat." But the truth was, there was simply nothing to eat. In another home, I thought maybe things would be different. A young couple hired me, and at first, they seemed kind. The wife asked me to help with cooking and cleaning because her husband worked late. I felt relieved, thinking maybe I had finally found a safe place. But one evening, as I was washing dishes, her husband came too close. His words pierced my ears like poison. "Why do you waste your beauty on dirty work? Come with me. I'll give you money, clothes, and comfort. Nobody will know." My heart froze. I stepped back and said softly, "Sir, please respect me. I am only here for work." He laughed, a cold laugh that made me feel like dirt. "Respect? Poor maids like you don't get respect. You only get used." I wanted to scream, but the fear of losing my job chained my voice. I remembered my hungry children, and I swallowed my pain in silence. That night, I sat outside under the stars with my children sleeping beside me. Their little breaths were soft and peaceful, but my heart was restless. I lifted my hands and prayed, Ya Allah, please give me strength. Please don't let me break. Please don't let me lose my dignity. Every night I prayed like this, asking for nothing but courage to survive another day. Later, I found work in another house where an old man lived alone. At first, I thought he was harmless. His hair was gray, his body weak, and his hands trembled when he walked. But soon, I realized that weakness in his body did not mean purity in his heart. Every time I bent down to clean, I felt his eyes on me, sharp and heavy. One day, he said to me, Come, sit near me. I feel lonely. Warm my heart with your beauty. His words struck me like a knife. I froze, unable to believe what I had just heard. I said softly, Sir, I am young enough to be your daughter. Please don't say such words, but he only laughed bitterly. Daughters are for family, he said, but maids are for pleasure. Those words will never leave my memory. They cut deeper than hunger, deeper than poverty. I wanted to run, but I remembered running meant no money, and no money meant no food for my children. So I kept working silently, swallowing my tears until I could find another house. Day after day, house after house, the story was the same. People saw me not as a worker, but as a poor widow who could be used. They never noticed my broken slippers or my tired hands. They never cared about my hungry children or my sleepless nights. They only saw a woman they could take advantage of. Society never asks, how much pain does she carry? Instead, society asks, how can we use her pain for our own pleasure? Sometimes I came home late at night, my eyes swollen from crying. But the moment I saw my children sleeping peacefully, my heart softened. I kissed their little foreheads and whispered, Mama will protect you. Mama will never give up. Their innocence gave me courage. I promised myself that I might be poor, I might be a widow, but I would never let anyone destroy my soul. One day, my prayers were answered in the form of a kind woman. She hired me for housework, and from the very first day, I noticed she was different. She never insulted me, never stared at me, never made me feel small. She asked me to cook, clean, iron, and wash, but always with respect in her voice. One day, when she found me sitting quietly with tears in my eyes, she placed her hand on my shoulder and said, Aisha, you are stronger than you think. You are not just a maid. You are a mother, a fighter, a woman with dignity. Don't let this cruel world break you. Her words were like medicine to my wounds. They healed something inside me that had been bleeding for years. With her encouragement, I started saving small amounts of money. It wasn't much, but slowly I began to build tiny dreams. I bought a notebook and pencils for my son. I bought a small doll for my daughter. For the first time in a long while, I saw them smile without the shadow of hunger. That smile was worth more than gold. Today, I am still a maid. I still scrub floors, wash dishes, and clean other people's homes. But I am not ashamed. I am proud. I am proud because I work honestly. I am proud because even when life pushed me toward darkness, I never sold my dignity. I am proud because no matter how much people insulted me or tried to use me, I stood firm for the sake of my children. To everyone who hears my story, I want to say, maids are not objects. Widows are not toys. Poor women are not made for abuse. We are humans. We are mothers. We carry pain in silence, but we also carry strength. We deserve respect just like anyone else. I want people to remember that behind every maid's tired face, there is a story, a struggle, a heart that beats for her children. This is my story, the story of Aisha, a widow, a mother, a maid. I was judged, I was insulted, I was abused, but I am still standing. And I will keep standing because my love for my children is stronger than the cruelty of this world. I pray that one day society will change. I pray that one day women like me will be respected not for their beauty, but for their hard work. I pray that one day we will be able to walk into people's houses without fear. Until that day comes, I will keep fighting for my dignity, for my children, for my life. If you felt my pain, share my story. Support women like me, not with pity, but with respect. That is all we ask for. That is all we deserve.